Hey Leo, hope you're enjoying this energy leading up to this full moon in Virgo we got going on here. I'm here to get the download for you to see what energy is coming your way, how you can best greet it in the most empowered way to benefit the most and make your way easier moving forward, which is always a good thing. This is for any significant Leo placement. It can also be if you have a prominent fifth house placement, or if you are an Aquarius rising, that makes you a Leo descendant, and you may find strong resonance. Usually the descending sign can reveal a lot to you. So to find your, descending sign, all you have to do is look at what your rising sign is and what is the sign opposite of it on the zodiac wheel, right? We've covered this on the channel. There's actually a descending sign video. So I think your descending sign is super important for you at this time. And this card just wanted to kind of stick out like this. So yes, let's see what this is. Okay, we got sex, witch, and octopus here. Okay, so this is somebody that you were connected to. All right, so it could be an Aquarius. All right, Leo, if you're a Leo rising. It could be somebody with a strong Aquarius placement. This could be coming around for you in Aquarius season. This is an energy that is needing to be released because it's become a bit too needy and dependent on courting into sexually. That's what I got. That's what I got. This came in for Cancer too. Cancer's last read. So you could be a Cancer Leo cusper. Pay attention to what your descending sign is. Once you learn that, once you uncover that, then you will be able to determine who this is talking about. This could be somebody else. Also, I just got this. This could be somebody who has an attraction to you, but you're not even aware that they're keeping an eye on you, right? You're not even aware that this person is keeping their eye on you, and maybe they've been, they've been kind of tending to themselves while, focusing on your pictures on social media, or just otherwise, just kind of like the energy feels like it's a little intrusive and it feels like it's on that level. Okay. This could even be somebody that you've already said no. They don't listen. They don't listen. This energy wants to hang on. They feel like you're theirs. They want to protect what they feel is theirs. Okay. This energy, very, very significant here. And there's something that you do need to cut off because it's not a healthy influence. Okay. That's the crossing energy. So this is sort of maybe acting as a roadblock in your situation. Let me get some more details for you, Leo. What else is coming in here for Leo? Yeah, this is definitely about sex, okay? You could be hearing from somebody that you haven't heard from in a while, okay? It may have been a minute since you heard from this person. And in the meantime, here you've been, focusing on growing, focusing on releasing, letting go in hangman mode. This could be around a Pisces. You've been doing a lot of work around just kind of being like, okay, that didn't quite work out the way I thought. You've been trying to get a higher perspective on this. You may have been really meditating on this, reflecting on this. I feel like you've been doing a lot of transformational work. The sexuality in this situation is a key component. There's something about this. There's something about really looking at the sexuality and realizing maybe you want to transform that. You want to elevate it. You weren't feeling really respected or honored. You were sort of just feeling like somebody's supply in this regard. There's something here about transforming what, used to be the way you connected intimately with another, okay? And something you've really been working on releasing here. Now you're going to hear from this person. They're bringing an opportunity to have a new beginning in this situation. You're like, I don't know if I should really, do this. You might be kind of like in a place of pause, trying to make up your mind about this, trying to get a higher view of the situation. You may even be consulting somebody that you kind of look to as like a teacher, a guide, a mentor, and asking them to help you navigate this situation. That's possible. Okay. There could also be something that you're really wanting to transform here. This could be in any direction. Okay. You might be wanting to transform something, that has to do with like a creative project or some kind of new business venture, but you're not quite sure how to transform it. You feel like no matter what you try, you're just on a hold or you're coming up against blockages. Okay. You might feel like something just holds you back. It could be something from your past. It could be confidence, okay, that's holding you back. You need to have more confidence. There still is this connection, though, that if so, that's related to somebody like an old lover, maybe that really had like a negative impact on your confidence, or maybe they told you certain things about yourself, projected things on you that you internalized and you took on as the truth. And so it keeps you in this place of, buying into their BS and what they put on you. Maybe they made fun of this direction you wanted to head in, or they said you would fail, or, you got put down for some reason. Okay. Or you're wanting a new direction, you're wanting to get yourself out of this situation, but you don't know how to do it because you don't have the confidence. Something holds you up and holds you back. And I keep getting, you need to get a different perspective in this situation. It's super important for you, Leo. Okay. Study this for a bit. I do feel like you need to study this a little bit. Okay. This like monkey energy here. Yeah, you need some space, okay? You need some space with the space debt so you can really like, let this thing go. Like give it some breathing room. Maybe you're hoping for a new beginning in a situation that's already come to an end. And there's something here about like, you need to just give it some breathing room before you know what your new beginning is. You might be feeling antsy. You might want this, transformation right now. Okay. With the monkey energy, it reminds me of the story of the Monkey King with Kuan Yin. Okay. The Monkey King with Kuan Yin. It's something about needing to transform your thoughts, transform your motivations, transform the way you look at a situation, think more about like everybody connected to the situation and how they're being impacted by it than just about what's kind of like your experience in the situation. I say that because the Monkey King, took a great fall, and he took a great fall because he got too focused on his own wants and needs, his own desires, and he didn't really have a lot of concern for the other people that were being impacted by his decisions. And you could be dealing with a character like this, okay? So just let me paint the picture of the story because you'll understand how it applies to you. And so he got in trouble, man. He got like put in like spiritual jail, okay? And he really wanted freedom. He didn't want to be stuck there up in the mountains. So he was like pleading his case. And Kuan Yin, the Bodhisattva of great love and compassion, came in and said, okay, I'll hook you up. I'll help you out. But here's the deal, every time you start to think about, being too in your egoic motivations, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this ring around your head, and this ring will tighten and it will make your head hurt and it'll give you great suffering until you get your consciousness focused back in the right place. If you've been having migraines, if you've been having headaches, this is coming from you're still in too fixed of a position. Maybe in a beginning that you wanted to see in a certain direction, but maybe it's out of alignment for you, okay? Or it's not the investment you're supposed to make. It's not the direction you're supposed to head in. And until you like let it go and you give it space and you let things come to a close, no matter how uncomfortable it may be, you won't have the ability to transform this. And in the meantime, it only troubles you. It holds you up in your head, okay? There's definitely an opportunity for transformation here, but it's like, is that really freedom if you're not free, in your mind? And none but ourselves can free our own minds. Like put on some Bob Marley, man. Chill out. Bob Marley's great. So much wisdom comes through Bob Marley. Maybe you've been listening to some reggae. Just put on some Bob Marley, man, and listen to what he has to say. He's very wise. And also the music is just like it's in harmony with the heartbeat. Okay, just like give it a little space, man. Give it a little breathing room, and the transformation in your thoughts will come. Then you'll know where you're supposed to invest your energy in your new beginning. Okay, I got that. One more round of this, and then I'm going to do a cut of the deck, and I think we'll pull out the Kipper deck because it's kind of calling me for you. I don't get called to that deck very often, lately I have been, because I feel like there's a lot of karmic cycles that are closing, and they're sort of like converging at the same time as like new timelines, new experiences. And so sometimes you need something like Kipper that just, cuts through the BS and makes it really black and white. Yeah, because I think things are a little bit out of the ordinary for you right now with a raptor riding a dolphin in space. Okay. Yeah, there's something here that you're allowing to piggyback on your energy, and it's draining you of your mana. Dolphins are about mana, okay? And this is about, don't get so far ahead of yourself that you're so worried about what's going to happen in the future or how something's going to pan out, because you're missing the power for transformation, which is actually in the moment. It's not there. It's right here. It's what's going down right here. So 11:11 on the clock. I think this is really key for you. So sometimes people say, oh, take it one day at a time. Take it one breath at a time, just one moment at a time. You might want to work with breath work a little bit, just really like breathing deeply, like take in life again. It's like you've been holding your breath. You've been walking around holding your breath. You just need to exhale. You just need to let go. Okay. And then you'll find that the flow is much better. But as long as this old energy is sort of steering the ship and moving forward in a way of very much like, that reptile brain, just hardwired for, survival, it doesn't really allow you to thrive. Okay, I think this is really coming up for you with this full moon and with this lunar cycle. So if you do have some old emotions coming up, some old stuff coming up, some stuck stuff coming up, just, work with breathing into what you're feeling. Notice where you're feeling it in your physical body, and take your breath to those places and breathe really deeply and get in touch with the sensation of what you're feeling. Don't avoid it. Often when we don't allow ourselves to really feel what we feel, then it stays clinging to us. We can't release it. And pain wants to be acknowledged. So if you keep burying it or avoiding it, and then you're wondering, why am I so drained? And why does it seem like the same stuff just keeps happening over and over again? And I can't break free of this cycle. It's because you're not holding space for the pain. So maybe that's what you can do. You might have some old stuff coming up in this lunar cycle. Just when it does happen, instead of pushing it away or distracting yourself by scrolling on social media or getting yourself, logged into some kind of drama. Okay, a lot of this could be happening online for you. It could be happening on social media for you. You might be doing a lot of contrast and compare, like looking at what's going on with so-and-so and their relationship, or what's going on with your friend over here, or comparing your life to the life other people are living and wondering why you're where you're at and why they're where they're at. All of this is crazy making. It's crazy making. And so there's really a need here for you to just kind of like, turn within when these feelings get activated for you. Instead of looking outside of yourself, turn the reflection within. Close your eyes if you have to make that distinction, and just take some deep breaths. Notice, where's the sensation coming up in your body? Breathe into that spot and just see if you can get a real sense of what you're feeling without labeling it. It's not important that you label it. It doesn't matter. Describe it. Describe it with your senses. What does it smell like? Okay. Do you have an image, like any kind of image that comes along with it? It can be an archetypal symbol. It can be just a blob of energy. Okay. Does it have a quality? What are the qualities of it? Does it have a texture? Does it have a sound? And as you build this image, this sensory image of it, you take your breath into the image and watch the image dissipate. And this actually allows you to release the energy from your auric field. And it realigns you. 1433 on the clock. This will bring a change that will get you out of these like neural loops that you keep traveling in over and over and over again. I could be talking to somebody who, maybe deals with some PTSD, or you just really find yourself in like a circuitous sort of like thought system where you keep thinking over the same thing over and over and over again, and you can't seem to get yourself out of that loop. You feel trapped in it. The breath really helps. It really helps. And then just as you breathe into it and you get released, allow whatever needs to release to come up however it needs to. If you have to howl at the moon, howl at the moon. If you cry, you cry. Sometimes people get kind of like shaking in their body, that's like the Shakti. That's like the creative life force waking up again. It's good. Let it do its thing. It's like a soul rattle, like shaking away all the old negative energy and bringing you back into your moment of empowerment, right? So there's some kind of transformational healing work that needs to be done here, all right? Yeah, you know, and it's this energy too. G, you are you. It's like the blind leading the blind, okay? Look to yourself, turn within, and that's what will guide you forward. That's what will light your intuition. You don't need to ask other people for advice. You don't need to turn to a spiritual teacher for advice, okay? You can activate your own intuitive knowing, but a lot of that involves you getting really deeply in touch with what you're feeling. If you don't honor what you're feeling and you don't get in touch with what you're feeling, then, you know, you're not empowered on your path. It doesn't matter what somebody else feels about it or what they tell you, you know, is right for you. It's all about you allowing yourself to really move through the energy and alchemize it, because you have that ability. Gee, you are you. You don't need a guru, okay? So I feel like whatever you're clearing out here with this lunar cycle is super empowering for you. So let's get some further details, a little clarification here for Leo. What is coming in for Leo's spirit? What is coming in for Leo's spirit is kicking off with this full moon in Virgo. What is coming in for Leo's spirit? What does Leo need to know at this time? Mature man. Okay, so you have probably reached a place of maturity in your life, and this could be in relation to a mature man. Let's see some more details about this. I also feel like you're considering your actions more mindfully than you used to in the past. You used to be more sort of impetuous or impulsive, and you kind of rein that in a little bit. This could be because of the influence of a mature man in your life who's given you a little guidance. Maybe you've learned some things from him. Maybe you put him on a pedestal too much. Maybe you let him be like your guru, or like everything he said was like, you know, the word, the bond, you know, and it's sort of like, no, you know, you can, I heard following in my father's footsteps. Okay, so that's coming in for some of you, you know, you let your father have too much sway in your choices, and it's sort of like you're really stepping into the empowerment of your individuality now. For others of you, this, you know, is just you kind of like leveling up, stepping up to a new place of emotional awareness and maturity, because you saw the way, you know, moving impulsively in the past had negative repercussions. You want to avoid those kind of messes in the future. Something almost wanted to jump out there, but it didn't. Okay. Okay, what else do we got here? Okay, that turned upside down when it came out. Let's see what we got. This is something that needs to come into balance here. Family room. Okay, yeah, so there's something here that's off with the family. Okay, this could be some kind of family disagreement, family judgment. This could be a relationship, you know, that's coming to an end. This can be feeling this also in your chosen family. This doesn't have to be your blood family. This can be your friend group. You know, there's something here that's like out of harmony, but I feel like there's somebody that was sort of like head honcho in this arena, you know, that you were connected to, or maybe you lived too much of your life out of, you know, out of the lens of like their view of what they felt was good for you, or you were always trying to please this person or be considered, you know, worthy in their eyes. But there's something that's being transformed here. It might turn things in a family upside down too. I got that. Okay. You kind of going in this direction, making your own choices in this regard could throw things off in your social circle. It could throw things off in a key relationship, possibly with a mature man. Okay. It may disappoint your father. All right. Something like this. This is what's coming up here. But I do feel like this is coming up. Let me do a cut of the deck here and see what we got for you, Leo. Marriage and poverty. Oh. Oh, I see. Did you maybe like, you know, tie yourself to something to please another, okay, or to gain their approval. 2020 on the clock when I said that. There's something about your vision for moving forward, okay? And you're starting to realize like this isn't in harmony for me. I want to move in another direction. I want to do something different. But you feel like, it's hard to bring this to a close, maybe because you're worried if you disappoint this person or if you step away from this situation, you make a different choice in some way, you feel like there's some kind of financial loss associated with that. And so it's what's halting you closing cycle on this. Right behind this, we got message and we got pathway, okay? And we got lovers. All right, so where I feel like you have been held back in a situation and you feel like you don't know how to move forward because you have financial concerns, I do feel like this is a situation where it probably will invite in some upheaval within a family dynamic or a social circle, all right? There's going to be a little upheaval around this, okay? It's a bit of a tower moment, but what I see here is that there's a message that comes through that actually provides you with a pathway to move forward, all right, where there wasn't one before. So it's like once you act on what you know is true for you, okay, and you just follow your heart in regard to this, then the pathway opens up for you. A message will kick it off. You're going to find this message to be a stroke of good luck. It's going to feel a little bit heaven sent to you, like, oh my gosh, that's such a relief. That's what I got. That's like you're finally able to exhale. That's what I feel. And this could have something to do with a lover, right? Very strongly. 6 energy here, so it could have to do with healing a relationship with somebody, or finally just coming into alignment with what feels right for you, what brings you into your heart, what feels fulfilling to you, because you took the risk to make the change that aligns you with what you know you really want your new beginning to be. All right, this looks really good. Okay, there's a positive outcome here. It's something that's really been troubling you, but there is something that you need to accept, has to come to an end. It's the end of an old way of life, but it brings you a new beginning and into alignment with where you're really meant to be, and you know where that is. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks of it. Follow your heart.